we're being harassed by an old Vietnamese man.
So bring your own toilet paper and get ready to squat. There's lots of snacks passing by all the time in the train.
My rating on the train journey is basically like 3 out of 10.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another Attila and Zay video. And as you can already tell, we are on a train right now. We are making our way from Dong Hoi to Hanoi, and we barely made it onto this train, actually, believe it or not. Because when we booked our tickets online, the ticketing said that it was going to start at 7:45. And we made it to the train station about 25 minutes early at about 7:20, and the train was already pulling out of the train station when we made it, and all the people were yelling at us in Vietnamese, and we didn't know what they were talking about. But then we saw that our train was leaving, and we started running towards the train, and the guy with the flag started waving the red flag to stop the train, and they ended up stopping the train just for us, and we barely made it on. But since in every country we show you guys different modes of transportation, we already showed you the sleeper bus here in Vietnam. If you haven't seen that video already, make sure you check it out. But we wanted to show you another mode of transportation, the train. So let's go check it out.
So when you book a train ticket, there's 4 different classes. A soft seat, a hard seat, a soft bed, and a hard bed. The hard beds come in rooms of 6, and the soft beds are rooms of 4, which is more spacious, and obviously the prices are higher for the soft seats and the soft beds. We actually took a train a couple days ago. This is our second train ride. A couple days ago, we booked the train last minute, and all we could get was the hard beds, which was 6 people to a room. And Attila found it to be super comfortable, and he had no problem. I didn't think it was as comfortable because you couldn't really sit up. You were hunched over the whole time, or you had to be laying down the whole time, and my tailbone started hurting after a while.
This one has 6 beds, as you can tell right there, the configuration. And this is what it looks like. The top bunk, middle bunk, lower bunk. The 4 bed berths are right here. As you can tell, there are 4, which you have a lot more space to move around. The top one is right there. It looks like that. And then the bottom one looks like that. So a lot more spacious, a lot more comfortable. And obviously you have your own window there as well. Yeah, for long journeys it's quite comfortable in my opinion to get these berths. And you don't have as many people to sit with and to bother you.
Yeah. This time we booked soft seats, and our tickets were about $22 each, and we have a seat sitting up, and it's pretty soft to sit on, and I find it pretty comfy, but Attila does not find it comfy to sleep in.
It seems like we're quite opposites when it comes to seating arrangements with Zay. I like to lay down, and I was fine on the other one, but this time around I am sitting up and my neck kind of hurts. I can't sleep as well. But we're doing it throughout the day, so we're not really sleeping, but I just tried to take a nap and my neck started hurting. On today's journey, we're here for 12 hours, and obviously in those 12 hours, we're gonna need to go to the toilet at some point, and this is what the toilets look like. Not all of them, but this one is a squatting toilet, and you guys know if this is the only option available, I'd rather do it in my pants. And the water's swishing around in there as well.
There's also toilets that you sit on, but I do have to mention the bathrooms are not the cleanest here, and there's no toilet paper most of the time, from my experience.
Yeah, so bring your own toilet paper and get ready to squat. And there's also hand washing stations everywhere, as you can tell over here. This one happens to be a little bit cleaner. Not all of them are, but there they are. There's little flowers there at least. And yeah. When you're walking through the different train cars, at the end of the train carts, there's always something being shipped. So there's all kinds of boxes, and when I'm saying anything and everything is being shipped, the last time when we took a train, there was a lot of animals being shipped, like dogs and cats and chicken and everything. They're in cages, and they're usually located in between the cars, but very, very interesting. Where the sleeping berths are located, the space is quite limited, and they put little tiny stools out in the hallway, and they all sit on the stools, just like at the cafes. So space is even more limited, and you really have to squeeze by when you're walking. It's very interesting. And there's these big chairs, Some people sit on those the whole journey. And yeah, we're just walking through the train just to show you guys some of the different portions. And as you can see, there are garbages, but sometimes they do pile up quite a bit. Now it looks like they kind of cleaned it up. And more packages right here as you walk between the different trains. Here we go. I think this one right here is the soft berth one, and they only have like 1 or 2 beds in there. These are the 6 configuration ones where I showed you guys already before. There's one on the very top, one in the middle, and one at the bottom.
We were on the very top last time, and the moving space is about this much.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of space to move around when you're on top. You can see up there. Here's what I was talking about with the tiny chairs and not having too much room to walk around. But you can manage and push through somehow. Also, people don't seem to move out of the way for you, but like I said, you just gotta push through.
They do sell a lot of different types of food on the train, so don't worry about bringing food with you. And we just walked past this machine actually. It's boiling water, so if you were to bring your own instant noodles or something, you can make your own noodles. What we noticed and smelled is actually people smoke cigarettes on the train. They don't smoke it in the berths or in the seats, but they go in between the cars where there's a sliver of fresh air and they smoke there and blow it out, but it still goes through the train.
So right as we sat down in our seats, we already ran into some more troubles, and this is how it is on some travel days for us. You guys already know we have issues, but there's an old man on this train who has been basically harassing us since we got on the train. It's been a couple hours that we've been on the train so far, and it's been a terrible time. And hopefully he gets off soon, because we've been harassed for like literally 3 to 4 hours at this point, and we can't wait for him to get off. Basically, as soon as we sat down, this man came to us and started talking in Vietnamese, and we obviously don't understand anything he's saying, and he's coming really close to Zay and myself as well, and he made like some kind of a money sign, and everybody in the carriage was laughing. We have no idea what he's saying, and he was just acting weird. Like everybody is basically sitting down minding their own business, and this guy is standing up every like second. He can't sit still, and he's been doing this for hours. He kept coming up to us. Zay actually had to switch seats with me and be near the window and me outside, because he kept coming really close to us, and he actually touched the camera lens. So we had to put the camera away for a while because we thought he was gonna like take it or something, and he was just basically harassing us the whole time, making the journey really, really uncomfortable. We were actually looking forward to this because the last train journey we were on was really good, but on public transport it's basically the luck of the draw. If you have one bad person or one bad apple on the train, it can ruin your entire journey. Like I was saying, the last time we were on the train in the sleeping berths, we actually enjoyed it a lot, except for obviously the comfort for Zay. But yeah, it's like less people to bother you and less chance of someone bothering you if you have like a more private space versus somewhere where it's like a lot of people. But I guess it's just a bad experience for us this time around. It sucks, but hopefully he does get off soon. Another thing that this man was doing is he was right beside me, like literally almost touching my arm, and he like made a jump just to scare me, and I didn't flinch or anything like that, and then everybody was laughing. He keeps making jokes, or like I'm not sure exactly what he's saying obviously, and then everybody around us is laughing, and it kind of sucks. And then when he sat back down in his seat, he kept pointing at us like multiple times, and he took out this like long, what looked like a knitting needle, and the tip of it was like wrapped up in paper, and it was inside a book, and he was like showing it, and he was pointing towards us, and it's kind of very sketchy, and it really sucks when this is happening to you on a train and you don't understand anything what's happening. So Zay and I just left our carriage for like about 20-30 minutes, and yeah, it just sucks.
Basically, long story short, we're being harassed by an old Vietnamese man, and it's making us very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There is definitely enough storage room on the train for you to bring your luggage, suitcase, whatever it is. Up top, there's definitely like a lot of space.
We're walking to our seats right now. This is what the cabin looks like with the soft seats. A lot of people, a lot of different luggages and everything like that. And that's our seats. And a cafe.
Okay, one cafe.
Actually, no, not this one. Yeah, just black. No sugar, no milk. That was ramen. We don't want ramen.
Oh no.
I thought it was something else.
Yeah. No.
The cafe?
One cafe.
Yeah, just black.
Done.
Yeah, but they still put
No milk,
condensed
no
milk. Yeah. Anything else?
That's it.
There's lots of snacks passing by all the time in the train. Great variety. Like Zay mentioned earlier, you definitely do not need to bring snacks because they got you.
We're able to get all these snacks and enjoy them in peace now.
Finally.
Now that man is gone, and he was sitting over there where that black bag is, literally harassing us, moving from seat to seat the entire time, getting as close as possible to us.
I feel like not only us, but every other passenger as well looked annoyed because he never stopped talking. I think he didn't have a smartphone and he was very, very bored because everybody else has one and they're minding their own business. This was the only guy who wasn't. There's another car already coming up right behind us. It has apples on it. Corn, apples, all kinds of stuff.
So we got 2 waters and a coffee, and it came to $1.75. Everything on the train is pretty inexpensive. We haven't paid more than $3 for like a full meal or any snacks. We just bought this like sesame peanut like gummy snack. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's pretty good. And it only cost $1.50 for a pack of 6, which is like nothing to us. And we're just loving it. The apples cost us $3, and we've literally been eating food the entire train non-stop. There's people literally coming by every 10 minutes asking if you want a drink, asking if you want a snack, asking if you want food, and we have no willpower to say no, so we just snack all day.
Yeah, and these apples are definitely different apples than we've ever had in our entire lives. They're very mini, and they have one big seed in the middle. And they're some kind of Vietnamese apple. We looked them up on the internet, and it's just called Vietnamese apples, and kind of delicious. Very crunchy and easy to snack on, and healthy.
We just got off the train, finally. That was long overdue. We waited a long time to just get off of it. What are your final thoughts on the train ride, babe?
After a long and grueling, let me just say, 12-hour train journey, I'm so happy we finally made it. The harassment at the beginning of the train journey definitely didn't help. It really sucked. It's not to say that it's going to happen to every single person traveling, because obviously this was just this one guy and not everybody on the train. It made stuff uncomfortable for us. It sucked. We definitely didn't enjoy it, but we're not going to not recommend taking a train because this can essentially happen to you anywhere. But we definitely had a lot more fun taking the sleeper buses. Let's just say that.
My rating on the train journey is basically like 3 out of 10. The first train we took the first time was the least comfortable thing I've ever taken. I would not recommend it. The second time, the harassment didn't make it fun. The train isn't the cleanest either, so I'm not really liking that part either. I would not recommend it, honestly. If you're going to be traveling a long time, take a sleeper bus. I love that a lot more. You might too. But like Attila said, you might not get harassed on every train that you take. This is our first time getting harassed, and we've taken a bunch of trains. So that's it for today's video. Please leave a comment if you guys like a specific thing about this video. Please leave a like, it helps the videos. And we will see you